All right, so we have Pink performing at Nats Park this afternoon. That begins at 4:30. I believe she takes the stage at around 6 o'clock. If I'm not mistaken, you said that that is squarely in the zone of that severe weather threat.
Yeah, I do not see a scenario where it is safe for the show to start at that time. I really hope they at least delay it by a few hours so folks can safely shelter before they try and get the show started, because I think if they start it, it's just going to be too hard to get everyone in a safe location, given the threats we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And those threats specifically, we're talking about some pretty significant wind that could cause significant damage around town.
Yeah, wind is the big concern. We also have a tornado risk, so let's break it all down. We want to start off with our high-resolution satellite imagery. This is exactly what we've been afraid of. Those clouds we had early this morning continuing to clear out, more and more sunshine breaking through to help destabilize the atmosphere. As soon as you step outside, it feels like a day where we have thunderstorms in the forecast. It is warm, it is muggy, dew points are in the low 70, all helping to juice up the atmosphere ahead of these storms as we head throughout the afternoon. So here's a look at radar right now. Still quiet. You still have time to get your plans in place and prepare for what is going to be a widespread, significant, severe weather event as we head throughout the afternoon and evening. If you aren't doing so already, plug in your devices, charge them up now. We are starting to see a few strong and severe thunderstorms pop well off to our west. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. One storm getting a little bit closer to home, just a single crack of lightning there in West Virginia, but we do still have just a little bit longer before these storms really start to take shape. Right around 2 o'clock is when we'll be watching radar for those storms developing first along the I-81 corridor, pushing off to the east throughout the evening. So from 2 until 9 o'clock, that's when you need to have your guard up for strong and severe thunderstorms. Biggest concerns being those widespread damaging winds gusting 60 to 70 miles per hour. Isolated stronger gusts are possible in the form of those downbursts that we've been talking about throughout the summer. Just that really powerful wind rushing to the surface, causing damaging wind. Isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out. There is just enough little spin in the atmosphere, especially closer to D.C. and off to the north and east as you head into Baltimore. We'll talk more about the tornado threat in just a minute, but we're also watching large hail. Keep in mind where you park today. If you can, park somewhere covered, and flooding also a concern given how much moisture is in the atmosphere and how heavy these rainfall rates are expected to be. So the best thing you can do right now is prepare. Get that plan in place. With more on how you can do so, I'll send things over to meteorologist Michaela Lucero.
Hey, thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, so let's make sure, are you prepared for these storms? So the first question you need to ask yourself, will my home provide a good location to take shelter? If so, well, then you're ready. But if not, well, the next thing you can do is ask a neighbor or a friend or a family member if you can go and spend time at their house today to make sure that you are staying safe. If you can't do that, find a nearby storm shelter that is open today to keep yourself safe. If you answered yes to those first two, then you are ready for the storms today. All right, let's kind of talk about tornado terminology. We have a threat for seeing some tornadoes today, like Caitlin was just telling us. So here are some of the words to listen for. A tornado watch, that means you need to be prepared, that we have all of the ingredients to see a tornado, but it's not necessarily happening at that moment. A tornado warning means you need to take action immediately. We have a tornado either occurring, or we have the radar indication that there could be a tornado happening at that moment. That's when you need to head into your tornado safe spot. And then we have a tornado emergency. That's when there is a severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage. So few things to watch out for today. Make sure if you hear that tornado warning that you head to your tornado safe spot. Now, what exactly is your tornado safe spot? Let's walk through the house and determine where we need to go. The best place for you to be is in the basement, but I know some of us don't have basements, so you can head to your bathroom or to the hallway. Get to an interior room if you can. You're going to want to cover yourself with blankets, with bike helmets, with mattresses, with pillows. Do what you can to keep yourself safe. The worst places you can be, that's going to be outside, obviously, or around different areas of your home that hug the outside of your home. So you want to be in an interior room. And I know we all like to get photos and videos of the bad weather, but today is a day where that weather will be very significant. Wait inside until that storm threat has passed to get any of those pictures and videos. Now, a little bit more on the storm threats and the hour-by-hour forecast. Let's send it back over to Caitlin.
Yeah, Michaela, and we also want to stress as we head into the afternoon that there doesn't have to be a tornado warning to cause that significant damage. As storms roll through, I would head to that safe location. That's what I told my own husband to do. As storms roll through, go to the basement. Winds like we're expecting can produce widespread significant tree damage. And I'm a little heightened in terms of concern for tree damage given the rain we saw, especially around Metro DC last night. The ground is saturated. Those downburst strong winds we know can uproot trees very quickly. And that's exactly what we can expect. And remember, 2 Saturdays ago when we had that severe weather event and we saw so many trees come down, well, trees that didn't necessarily come down could be compromised as a result. So I think we'll see a lot of tree damage, a lot of downed power lines. That's why you need to be charging those devices right now. So let's time out the storms. Again, here we are right around 2 o'clock. They start to fire off along the I-81 corridor. That line becoming a little bit more pronounced as we head into the afternoon. This is when we really start to see those stronger storms firing off and becoming more widespread, pushing off to the south and east. So around 7 o'clock, these storms are rolling through the Metro DC area right around the time of that concert Larry was just talking about. If you have loved ones heading to the concert, if you yourself are going, you need to make sure you're staying weather aware. We'll be keeping you updated across all of our platforms throughout the afternoon and evening. These storms starting to push off around 8, 9 o'clock. We could see an isolated storm or two after the fact, say through 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight, but I think most of the activity will clear out shortly after dinner time tonight. So we do have that weather watch alert in effect throughout the day today. As these storms develop, we will have you covered on air, online, and on our app. Remember, if you do have to go to your sheltered location, you can stream us on our app or online or turn up the volume on your TV and just listen. We will let you know when it's safe to come out of your shelter. As we look ahead through the 7-day forecast, once we get past the strong line of storms, we are in the clear for tomorrow. That cold front going to usher in much more comfortable temperatures tomorrow, mid-80s, low humidity, little bit of a breeze, and only an isolated storm possible. We're dry through Wednesday, but then all eyes already ahead to Thursday, Larry, for our next chance for some storms.
Yeah.